You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life, but you will succeed. Take control of how yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your...
Hi everybody, welcome to today's Inspirational Pills. Today's message is quite interesting. It's a popular story we all know between Saul and David. Saul was someone David lived with, and he pursued David for some time, and to the extent that he wanted to kill David because most people were in favor of David, and Saul being king was envious of him. And so what happened was that David had to leave the presence of Saul. 1 Samuel 24 says that after Saul returned from pursuing the Philistines, he was told David is in the desert of En-Gedi. So Saul took 3,000 able young men from all Israel and set out to look for David and his men near the cracks of the wild goats. He came to the sheep pens. Along the way, a cave was there, and Saul went in to relieve himself. That's verse 3. David and his men were far back in the cave. Verse 4, the men said, "This is the day the Lord spoke of when he said to you, I will give your enemy into your hands, for you deal with as you wish." Then David crept up unnoticed and cut off a corner of Saul's robe. Afterwards, David was conscience-stricken for having cut off a corner of his robe. He said to his men, "The Lord forbid, the Lord forbid, the Lord forbid, the Lord forbid that I should do such a thing to my master, the Lord's anointed, and lay my hand on him, for he is the anointed of the Lord." With these words, David sharply rebuked his men and did not allow them to attack Saul. And Saul left the cave and went his way. You can have a Saul in the workplace. You can have a Saul in school. You can have a Saul, in your community. Even in the church, you can have your Saul. Now, what you do around your Saul is what matters. And when your Saul is at his or her weak point, what you do is what matters. When you read the scripture, if you have time, read the whole chapter, 1 Samuel 24. The men realized that Saul was, just around where David was. They told David, "Saul is at your expense." People would say, "Do this, tit for tat." Even by just cutting the rope, he felt guilty. As Christians, that is how it should be. No matter how bad or worse somebody has wronged you, you need to learn to forgive.